So much questioning as to whether these micro moves or even big bang moves could help the property sector, right? Some pretty dire numbers as well as the outlook from Country Garden.
Yeah, that's right. So we got this after the bell yesterday, but essentially the numbers here telling us that the company posted a first half net loss of almost $7 billion. And you compare that to where we were a year ago, and the company was posting a profit of about $85 million. So it really just does reflect that steep decline that we're continuing to see in the Chinese property market, because even though revenue actually was higher for the period, up nearly 40%, the losses were just really continuing to add up, given the drop-off in sales, impairment charges. They rose as well during the period. What else was of note, perhaps in these earnings, was a sense of mea culpa coming across from the company, because Country Garden as well acknowledged the role that it's played in generating these sorts of numbers. They say that against that weaker macro environment, they were really just too slow to recognise the challenges from that and to try and pivot accordingly. This is a company as well that's been quite reliant on those lower tier cities to drive sales. So the bottom line, and getting back to your question, is yes, in terms of the outlook, Country Garden is really flagging some very serious risks here on the horizon, raising the risk of a default for the company. They say that is really a genuine concern now.
And bondholders also voting on that request to extend repayments. What can we expect?
Yeah, well, Country Garden, as we know, Sherry, is really just facing a wall of debt, deadlines looming for the company. So we've seen plenty of negotiations going on between bondholders and banks. But the note that you're referring to there, it's a yuan-denominated one. It's effectively due September 4. So that's this coming Monday. This here, taking a look at as well those dollar bonds that are trading in deep distress, it really just does tell you those debt pressures that the company is facing. But the yuan-denominated one, as I say, Country Garden is asking to delay the payment on that coupon with a 40-day grace period, and it also wants to stretch out the payment of the principal, which is worth more than $500 million, and it wants to put that into 2026. So bondholders have got until Thursday night, that's 10 p.m. local time in Beijing, to vote on this proposal. So far, it does seem like there's been at least a significant enough amount of pushback, because actually Country Garden's vote here with bondholders was supposed to end last Friday, but Country Garden extended it because some investors were already asking for full repayment by the deadline.